Hey guys, this is Heather from the Preacher and the Gym Guy and the Better Half, and I'm the Better Half, and today I am struggling. To hold this phone up. So if you see it start shaking or I fall, it's because TST kicked my butt today. Literally my chest and my triceps. But anyway, I'm gonna have to rest my hand. I can hardly hold it up. Good workout today, and I struggled through it big time. And oddly enough, that's the topic for today, is struggle. I've been thinking about this, and things that come to my mind is the truth is everybody struggles. Some of us struggle with the loss of a loved one, the betrayal of a loved one. Some of us struggle with getting up in the morning. Some of us struggle eating healthy. Some of us struggle working out. Some of us struggle being a good partner, being a good spouse. Some of us struggle being a good parent. Some of us struggle being a good child. Some of us struggle being a good friend. Some of us struggle at our jobs. Some of us struggle with a sickness. You know, we struggle with lots of things. We can struggle with things that maybe are unfair, that have been brought to us. Sometimes we struggle with things that are our own mess-ups, our own screw-ups. But the truth is, everybody struggles. And the truth is, your struggle and your pain is real for you. You know, a lot of times we get caught in this trap of comparing our struggle with other people's. And just don't go there. Don't go down that path. We struggle. We struggle a lot. One time, about, 6 years ago, Nick and I were struggling hard time just with church and with ministry. It was a very dark place in our life, very dark. And by dark, I mean we struggled with depression. We struggled with anger. We were caught in this negative cycle of feeding on drama and negative thinking and complaining and having nothing good to say about anything, anyone. It was just awful. It would be a regular occurrence to come home and just see me on the floor crying because of depression. And why? You know, I could tell you 25 different things. I was a young mom. We've only been married for about 5 years at that time. You know, you've got that struggle. Church was really hard. Our church was losing people, and we felt very alone, and there was no accountability. We weren't eating right. We weren't exercising. We didn't have friends. I mean, it was a lonely place in our life, and it got so bad. And Nick would tell you, he would just take it out on me. He'd take it out on the kids. And it got so bad for us that we decided that we needed a break or quit. Just leave ministry. If this is life, if this is what life in ministry is like, we wanted nothing to do with it. We were tired of it. And so many more details I could say and go into, but no point. There's no point. We were just at the end of our rope. And so Nick asked for some time off. He basically said, please give me a month off or I'm quitting. And so we took this month sabbatical off, and we started going to counseling. Not for our marriage, but before our relationship with God and our relationship with church. You know, we would find our identity in church, and that's not true. Our identity is in Christ and is in God and who He thinks of us and who He is. And we wouldn't do that. We would go to church, and if we had a bad experience at church or a negative response, we would think that there was something wrong with us. And our whole identity was just skewed. And so we had these struggles, this deep struggle. And so we took this time off. We got some help with a couple different counselors, and we took some time to go to Estes Park. And we brought our kids. We had 3 children at the time, and Nick's parents came with us. And so one day we had gone snowshoeing up this mountain in Estes Park, and took the kids up, and then the grandparents took the kids down the mountain, and Nick and I kept hiking up the mountain about an hour, and we get up this beautiful mountain. I mean, it was just gorgeous, and it's in March, so there's snow everywhere. And we get to this lake, and this crystal clear lake with the mountain behind it and the sun behind that, and you're just in awe looking at this beautiful picture, this beautiful creation. And we just stopped, and it was so spiritual. I mean, at that moment, I don't know why, I don't know how we led to this, but all of a sudden we're at this place of beauty. And we're like, oh man, we had no choice but to go to our Creator and thank Him for it. And as we had been taught by our counselors, you know, they had told us, you got to let these things go. You got to give your struggles to God. You got to speak out this negative things that are holding you back and give it to God. And so naturally, next to this mountain and this lake, this beautiful lake, we begin to confess, and both out loud just saying, God, we're sorry for thinking so negative. We're sorry for this gossip we've been entangled with. We're sorry for getting angry and festering on this anger and thinking negative. We're sorry for the way we view our church, the people of our church. We're sorry for how we consider children inconvenience, and just spewed all this negativity that we were holding on to. We just gave it to God, and we confessed, and we laid it there. And as we laid it there, the prayer led to, what do we do now? What do we do now? God, we know we love you. We know you've given us this one life, and you've given it to us together to live this life together, and we want to live it for you. We love you. We do love people. We want people to know how much you love them. But give us a dream. We are so lost. We have been such in this pit, in this darkness for so long. We are so lost that we don't even know what our dream should be. Will you please give us a dream? Will you please give us a dream? And that was it. That was the end of our prayer. And we looked around the scenery and enjoyed it and took it in one more time. And we turned to, had our 2-hour hike back down the mountain. And as we turned to walk away, Nick said, okay, Heather, tonight, when the kids are frustrating you, remember this mountain. Remember what we laid at the mountain. And I stopped. I said, Nick, what is the name of this lake? And we both just started laughing, almost shaking with joy, because for the first time in a long time, we literally felt God's love shower upon us, that He heard us, and He is going to answer us, and He loves us. Because the name of that lake was Dream Lake. And we said, thank you. Thank you. And after that moment, things got worse. And that's for another video, another time. And we struggled even more. But what I want to encourage you today is that struggle is real, and we all have it. We all have it. In fact, Jesus says, He said to His disciples, He said, take heart. He said, trouble is coming, but take heart. Trouble is coming. The struggle is real. It's going to come, and some of it is upon you already. Trouble is coming, but take heart. Be of courage. I have overcome the world. He warned us, the God of all creation, who loves you and desires to be with you. He is delighted in you. He is pleased by you. He warned you. He said, okay, trouble is coming. I'm warning you, trouble's coming. It's going to be here. But take heart. Fret not. Fear not. Don't worry. Take heart. Be of courage. I've got this. I've already overcome the world. I've got this. Trust me. Trust me. And so I want to challenge you together. Let's press on together. We know struggle's here. We know it's coming. Nobody can avoid it. But I want to challenge you to struggle well. How can you struggle well? How can you struggle well? We struggle well by thanking God through the midst of our trials, through the midst of our pain. We struggle well by not focusing on the negativity of the situation, but trying to be positive about it in anything. And that's why we go back to being thankful. Sometimes it's so hard to be thankful. Start simple. God, thank you that I'm alive. Thank you that I have food. Thank you that I have clothes. Thank you that I have a house or a shelter. Start simple. Because when you change the way you think, you change the way you live. Javier told me today that same thing. And you are stronger than you think you are. So when you struggle, because you will struggle, struggle well, because the God of the universe has you. This struggle has not come as a surprise to him. He is for you. He loves you. He has everything he needs for you to struggle well. So don't do it alone. You are not alone. Just quit believing the lies that you're alone, because you're not. You're not alone. That's not the truth. So friends, struggle's coming. Trouble's coming, but take heart. Take heart. The God of the universe has got this, and he's got you. Press on. Struggle well. Let us know. I want to hear how you've struggled well. Even maybe how you've not struggled well. Everybody has a story, and everybody's got a story to share, and we can learn from each other's stories. I love hearing people's stories. So share away. Peace out. Have a good day.